Okay guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the best button binds for your Scuf Infinity Pro controller for PlayStation 4. This could apply to other Xbox controllers with 2 paddles. I don't have one with 4 paddles, so I can't really help there. I've had this for about a year, and it's helped so much for Fortnite and Call of Duty and other games, but this is going to be specifically for Fortnite and the settings needed and what the paddles should be set to so that you can maximize your gameplay. I'm going to start off with my settings, okay? And just to run through them, sprint by default needs to be on because of some settings that we change. Sprint cancels reload, that should be off. Tap to search, that's on. That just makes it easier to drop stuff while you're reviving. Reset building choice should be on. Aim assist on, obviously. Edit mode aim assist should be off. This makes editing so much easier because it doesn't drag you somewhere. Turbo building on, auto material change on, controller auto run, that can be on, but we are changing the bind. Auto open doors and auto pick up weapons, these should be off because you don't want to accidentally open a door, accidentally pick up weapons. It's not that difficult to press square. Auto sort consumables to the right, this should be on. Builder Pro build immediately, this is a brand new setting specific to Builder Pro, and this should be on. Controller edit hold time, this doesn't matter because we are changing a specific button to our edit bind. Vibration and record replays, these can be off, on, it doesn't really matter. Now we're going to go to the actual binds, okay? So we're going to start with the combat binds. Now L2, R2, L1, and R1, all of these are the same. That doesn't really matter, but for the arrows, up arrows inventory, that's the same. Left arrow replay last emote, that's kind of new, and in the last couple updates that can stay the same. Right arrow as sprint or auto sprint, this is a new bind, you're going to need to set that as sprint or auto sprint. Down arrow, emote picker, that's the same. Now the big one that we're changing here is L3, pushing in the left stick, edit. This makes editing so much easier. You can edit so quickly. It's going to be close to PC. You don't have to hold circle. L3 is going to be your edit. Now map stays as map. R stays as crouch / repair. If you have that just set as crouch, you should change it to crouch / repair so you can hold it to repair. X is going to stay as jump. Circle stays switch mode. Square reload / interact. That's the same. And triangle should be toggle pickaxe. Okay. And now if we go over to our build settings, this is where some things change. Now originally I tried changing a lot of stuff, like I tried changing L2 to edit and L3 to place stairs, and it just got very confusing. So you should keep all of these the same up here. And up arrow inventory, left arrow, right arrow, down arrow, these don't need to be changed. L3 still needs to be edit, okay? And now the next big change that we do is this map button is your rotate now, because we need R3 as crouch even in build mode, because there's sometimes you're ramping up somewhere and there's like a tree in a way and you have to get out of your building mode, crouch, and then get back in your building mode. So if you change R3 to crouch, makes it so much easier. X is going to be jump, circle, switch mode, square, trap, picker, place, and interact. Triangle, toggle pickaxe, all those should be the same. Using the map button as rotate really isn't that difficult, just takes some getting used to, just like every bind. Yeah, so that's fine. Now the new thing that Epic just added is the edit control, so you can actually change your binds while you're in edit mode, and there are a few things I changed here. Okay, so R2 is usually select, like if you're going to make a window you hit R2 and then confirm, and R3 is the default for reset. Like if you have a window edited and you want to change it back to just a normal wall, you'd usually press R3, but we're changing this to R1 because R3 should be crouch again. You never really know the situation you're in, and if you need to crouch while you are editing something, you're now able to do that. Now we're going to talk about the sensitivity. So I have my X sensitivity set at 0.57, my Y sensitivity set at 0.6. Both of these used to be at 7, but because of this brand new setting, I just lowered them down so I could be more accurate with my shots. The reason I had them higher earlier is so that I could build quicker, but now there's this brand new setting called wireless controller building sensitivity, and whatever you set this at, that is going to multiply your sensitivity for building. So I have mine set at 1.4 so I can build much quicker, and I will show you in a second. But for your Scuf controller specifically, you're going to want to set this paddle, your left one, to X and your right paddle to circle. This just allows the most efficient building and jumping and protection and everything, and that is really what these keybinds are centered about. So right paddle, circle, left paddle, X. Now this is the sensitivity in action, okay? So you just saw my settings, and now this is what it looks like when you change the build sensitivity. So my X is at 0.57, which doesn't allow you to turn that fast, so you can be more accurate, but this is my building on 1.4 times the sensitivity. So as you can see, you can just build one by one so much quicker, and because that brand new setting of build immediately, just like on PC, you can do triple layered ramps so much easier. Even when you're coming down from somewhere high, like you see professionals do, you can do this falling technique so much quicker because all of your builds will build immediately rather than selecting them and then building it. Now we're going to talk about our new edit bind L3. Okay, so the old edit bind for Builder Pro used to be you hold circle to get into edit mode. Now with this new custom ability, you just tap L3 and it'll take you straight into edit mode. Here you can see me just playing around with the edits and just making quick edits. And the other thing we changed is that to reset the build, like to get rid of this window and reset it, you press R1 instead of R3. Okay, and that allows you to do this right here. This has never been able to do before this 6.1 update, where you can crouch while in edit mode. And this is because of that new edit setting where you can customize your binds while you are specifically in edit mode, and this allows you to crouch while you're in edit mode. This just makes editing so much easier. And with L3, the speed at which you can edit stuff is just crazy. Like if you want to edit that triangle and shoot someone and then quickly switch back, it's pretty easy. And now as you can see here, even while you're ramping up, if you want to do this technique where you're covering yourself from above, this is still very easy with the L3 edit button. My brother and I, we call that the Nick A30 because he's an editing god and does that all the time. Now we're going to talk about getting out of situations with our new L3 edit button. So let's say we're building a 1x1 and we accidentally get trapped under our stairs, which happens to me often. So you're building and you put the stairs over you like that. Now L3, you just tap it and you can quickly edit out of this. It takes some practice to rotate stairs and stuff, but let's say we do it again. We place the stairs here and the stairs above us. You just quickly turn around, tap L3, and this will save you so much time when in build battles and just trying to get out of sticky situations. Now the speed at which you can edit is very helpful when someone's shooting above you and you need to put a wall and a cone above you to block yourself in. And if you just need to get out quick, it's just a quick double tap of L3 and confirm the edit with R2. This editing speed is just so helpful when in big battles or just trying to get out of situations.